What's going on, everybody? It's the Alpha Wolf. I'm back and we're going to get right into this. Now, one of the most asked questions in the bodybuilding world from a beginner to an advanced person. What should you do first? Bulk or cut? Now, it's a subjective answer because, it depends on one thing, your body type. If you're an ectomorph, mesomorph, or an endomorph. I talked about that a few videos ago, actually last video. Simple. If you're an ectomorph, you're going to want to bulk first because of the fact that you're already skinny as fuck. Don't want to sound like an asshole, but you're skinny. So you're going to want, like me, I was an ectomorph, so I'm talking about myself here. Don't get all ass hurt. You want to bulk first. If you're a endomorph, opposite side of the spectrum, you're overweight, you have a lot of body fat already, you're going to want to cut down. If you're a mesomorph, it depends on, like I said, depends on your body size. There's no one answer for every person. I'm not just going to say what I say is set in stone. Depends on what you look like. I can't tell you exactly what you should be doing if I don't see you, But the general answer is, you're an ecto, you want to bulk first. If you're an endo, opposite side of the spectrum, you want to cut down first. Now, when you cut down, if you're an endomorph, you're going to want to cut down to about, normal people range is 10% body fat. Now, this information is for naturals, not for, I'm not on gear. I don't know anybody on gear. So, that's a whole other ball game. When you got bodybuilders taking these steroids and hormones and all this and that, that's an extra tool, to get them to their goal, which means it's going to be easier for them to lose fat and put on muscle. While, us natural people, us regular humans, out there just doing our shit, living our everyday life, going to the gym, we're in a different playing field than these guys. So now what I want to do is elaborate a little more on the reason why you should cut down before you bulk. Now, you have a fat cell. Now, a fat cell starts off small. It starts to expand to the point where it can no longer expand. It's going to break off into another fat cell. That fat cell is going to expand to the point where it can no longer expand and break off into another fat cell. So all along your bulk, if you started your bulk at a body fat percentage that's higher than 10 or 12, let's say you're 18% body fat, you're a husky guy, and you jump right into a bulk. It means you have fat cells when you start. Now you're going to grow even more fat cells that you will never get rid of. Your body, no matter how lean you get, your body will not get rid of those fat cells. All they're going to do is shrink, but they're going to stay there. So that means the next time you bulk up, those fat cells are going to make it easier for you to gain the weight a lot faster than you would if you were to, say, cut down first to, say, 10%. So now, you have those same fat cells, and you're kind of, you're working in a buffer here, 10%, 20%. If you start at the 20%, you're going to buffer it out to, 30%, 35%. So start yourself off at 10, then you build your bulk up. That way you're only going to be working with the fat cells that you have already. You're not going to be gaining new fat cells during your bulk. Now, another reason why you should cut down before you bulk first, now if you're a beginner, is because of the fact that you're going to gain knowledge from, say you start out at your mesomorph, 18% body fat, or ectomorph, I don't know what range. It depends on your body type. I can't just say mesomorph is this and ectomorph is that. It all depends on the person, your height, your stature, all of that. But the bottom line is, when you cut down first, you're learning what you got to do with your foods, what you got to do with your cardio, the weight training. You're having a learning process going on when you do that first initial cut, which is going to be beneficial for the next time when you bulk up. You're going to have that knowledge. It's going to say, okay, well, last time, you can go back and take a reference from what you did last time, which is going to make it easier for you to cut down for, because you're going to be cutting and bulking your whole life, if you're going to be bodybuilding, throughout your career or however you want to do it. That knowledge is going to be beneficial. So doing your first cut, you're going to gain all this information day after day after day. That's going to stick with you. So the next time you do it, you're going to have a hell of an easier time than if you just went right into it. Now you have this high percent of body fat and you're just all fucked up. You don't know what to do. Then you go watch one of my videos. I tell you what to do. But get that information by cutting down, keeping a log, like I got my notebook here. Keep a log, keep track of what you do, your carbs, your fats, your everything, track all that. You're going to gain a shitload of knowledge. So that's a very important tool is to cut down. That's why cutting down is a very important tool. I also want to say this. You want to use your abdominal muscles as an indicator to gauge where you are in your bulk. Now, that doesn't work for everybody because some people have naturally thicker abs than other people. But in general, you can kind of say, okay, if you can't see your abs anymore, that's a really good indicator that you're coming to the end of your bulk. But like I said, it all depends on how long have you been bulking. Say you've been bulking for a month. After a month, you can't see your abs. That means you're putting on a shit ton of fat, eating a shitload of calories. You weren't really accurately increasing your calories to last you, let's say, 5 months. You want to bulk for a certain amount of time. If you can put on 10 pounds in 2 weeks. You can hit a shitload of weights in that time, but you're not going to gain as much muscle as you would if you were to extend that bulk for, 3 months or 4 months and put on that 10 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's time. It's going to take time to build the muscle. So gradually increase the calories over a period of time where it allows you to get the most muscle growth in there. So, you want to bulk 5, maybe 6 months, It all depends, but you want to slowly increase your calories. Don't go over, 15 to 20 pounds of extra body fat. Some of that's going to be muscle, but the majority of it's fat. Let's be real, we're naturals. So you want to keep that body fat, or keep that, like I said, track your fat, track your weight. If your weight goes, say you're, let me find some numbers. I'll do mine. Started my cut at 147. Right now I'm about 162. That's, I don't want to reach the 20, so I'm going to keep it, between 162 and 165 now, because I've been at it for 3 months. And as you correct my first video I put on there, I put 2 months. I was tripping. So if you're an ectomorph, 150 pounds, you want to start a bulk. You're new to weight training, or you might not even be new to weight training, but ectomorph 150, you want to start. Now, you don't want to put on 50 pounds of body fat, because you're an ectomorph. You only have, like I said, the fat cells. You might have this many. If you go to, 50 pounds of fat, you're going to have fucking this many. Which means when you do cut back down, you're still going to have all those extra fat cells that can be filled up. Yeah, think of it like a prison, for instance. You get rid of half the inmates, you still got the cells, you know what I'm saying, to put the inmates in, So, yeah, that was a dumbass analogy, but, it kind of, you can see what I'm saying. So, like I said, you don't want to go over 20 pounds. 20 pounds, that's pushing it. 15 for me, like I said, it's a personal preference. My word is not set in stone. I'm not the say all of what you should be doing. Do whatever it is that you feel is right for you. If you want to go 20 pounds, okay, go 20 pounds. You're just going to have extra fat cells, But I'm thinking from a smart man standpoint. From my standpoint, what I want to do for me, 15 pounds max. So I'm going to hover around the 160s now for the next 2-3 months. Make sure I'm still getting the calories in, basically eating out of maintenance for the fat boy mode that I'm in now, because I'm no longer 147, so the calories are definitely higher, but you're going to kind of hover around there. Make sure you get your training in, and you're good. But with all that said, that's a template, good information for you to base your bodybuilding career upon. Use that information to the fullest of your abilities, and, stay within those guidelines, and you should be good, But you can, like the Haas twins say, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Simple as that, it's just advice. But, take the advice from others, man. People who have been doing this stuff, for X amount of years. Like, I'm only in my 20s, so I'm not a fucking super guru. There's guys out there that know shit that I have no clue about. But I take what I learned from others. Everyone, they feed off each other. Take that information, watch the videos, watch other YouTubers, soak in that information, Like I said, I like this platform. I like the fact that being on YouTube, I have, alright, let's say like this. People crave information. So you hear one thing from another person, from one person, then you hear it from another person. You just want to keep getting validated on what you're hearing. And for the majority of the time, from all the YouTubers I saw, the natural guys, it's all pretty much the same information. And that's good information. People like validation. You might have that one guy who's just saying some off-the-wall shit, whatever. But for the majority of the people on there, they have the same information, and we want validation. So we go here, we go there, and we pick people's brains. That's what this is. I've watched other guys who are older than me, Back when I was in California, I would work out in gyms. There would be older guys who would, you know, put me up on game, tell me, hey, do this. Hey, you fucking up on your bench press. Hey, maybe you should do this on your curls or whatever it is, you know. If it's a cool dude coming up and give you some advice, yo, soak that information up like a sponge, man. It's not going to make you feel any less of a, you know, I'm still the alpha wolf. But I still, you know, can take the criticism and take information from other people. Someone says, hey, man, you're fucking up on something. Hey, why don't you try this? I'm not fucking cocky where I'm going to say, nah, get out of my face, I know what I'm doing. No. You know, take that information, you know, apply it, try it. It might help you or it might not help you, you know. If it's something like with good form, hey, you know, take that information because you can always fuck up a rotator cuff because you're doing some crazy shit. You know, get off topic. The other day I was in the gym. I don't want to put people on blast. I don't like talking shit about people, but I seen the cat hitting the, yeah, what the fuck do you call it? Wow, I did like a billion of them, can't think of the name. Machine pull downs. Yeah, hitting machine pull downs. He was doing some weird shit. If I got the room, he was leaning back and just, you know, it just looked crazy, man. It wasn't the proper way to do it, you know what I'm saying? So I should have stepped to him, but you know, we're in a gym, you know, everyone's doing their own thing. I don't want to be getting in people's faces unless I'm training them personally. I don't just hop in people's faces and say, hey, dude, straighten your shit up, you know. I want to. You know, that's how I operate. I'm bold with my shit. But, you know, you see people doing crazy things. I'll be doing some curls. I see a guy slinging the fucking dumbbells up, elbows going over his head, doing a fucking curl. I don't know what, that's like some CrossFit shit right there. I don't know what, but, you know, take the information. Someone steps in and say, hey, man, tuck your elbows in. Stand up straight, man. You know, get your shit right, you know. And cheat at the end of it. Once you hit, you know, your 12th rep and you're starting to get tired, you know, throw a little cheat in there. But don't throw some shit like this, you know. That ain't helping nobody. You're going to fuck something up real quick. But, you know, like I said, when I end this video now, you know, take the information. Take this information, apply it, and, you know, get buff, you know. Like I said, muscle up. Boom. Just flex on my video. Wow, that's douchebaggery. See ya.